Dave Green, Brownsguy, representing the AFC Northerners. And Alex Smith was traded from Kansas City to Washington yesterday. Washington gave up a second-round pick and a player, and then proceeded to offer Alex Smith, who, by the way, is 33 years old. 33. They gave him a 4-year deal for almost $50 million. I get that his numbers this season were spectacular, but I want to say that that's a career year, and he's not going to replicate that again, especially in Washington, where they don't even have a damn wide receiver. Browns fans, we got seriously lucky on that, and now we can end this debate of whether or not we should trade for Alex Smith, or what would have been the logical thing would be to have waited for Kansas City to cut the guy because they don't have enough cap space and didn't have enough cap space to re-sign him at that damn dollar figure. So the way I see it is Washington did us a huge fucking favor. Thank you very much, Washington. That ball club, the Redskins, phenomenal organization. You make us look like we're fucking world beaters here. Dates to remember coming up. We got the combine on the 27th through the 5th. We have the opening of free agency on March 14th. We have the draft on the 26th. And we have the A.J. McCarron hearing about his contract status in the middle of February. I believe it's the 16th, 15th. With the signing, or with the trade of Smith to Washington, that takes him off the market for us. That still leaves now Cousins as the big fish on it. It leaves us with the 3 quarterbacks from Minnesota that we could possibly go after. We also got Chase Daniels down there in New Orleans. And like I just said, A.J. McCarron is a possibility. Do I want any of them? Sure, I want somebody that's going to win us a fucking football game. That's who I want. I don't care if his name was Bud Black. Great pitcher, by the way, for the Indians. I'm just really, I'm stoked by this happening. I think that this is a really phenomenal thing for us. It allows us to maintain our draft capital, and we didn't have to open up the bank or write the check out for a guy who's past his prime and who's going to have a bad year next year. Yeah, I think he is, because they don't have a wide receiver and their running game's garbage. Like, I think we're in pretty good shape by that happening. We were talking yesterday, Gabe and myself, about the NFL being rigged, and I wanted to throw this one out there at you guys also. Thoughts? Is the NFL rigged? He brought up the play late in the fourth quarter with Fontenot, and how Fontenot didn't even try to catch the ball. And he's saying that that's a sign that it could be rigged. I'm willing to bet that most sports are rigged to some level of a degree. But to sit there and say that Fontenot, who kept his hands back and didn't go for the ball, when you look at his eyes and it looks like he may have lost it in the lights, to say that would imply that the players are on the take and the players threw in the fix for it. I don't think I've seen that ever in my lifetime where a player threw in a fix. I know it's well documented with the 1919 Black Sox and the players throwing that World Series. But I personally think that most sports are fixed and rigged to some level of a degree. There's a lot of money involved with it. And whenever there's money involved with it, people are going to do what they got to do to make sure they get their cash. So that's my take on that one. I'm wondering what the rest of you guys out there think about, football being fixed, football being rigged, and honestly, how much of a level does Roger Goodell play in fixing games? That's my question to you guys. I hope you guys could answer that back, and maybe we can get a conversation going on the YouTube page about that, and Gabe could chime in on it also. Yeah, I'm just really, thank you, Washington, for helping us out with that one. And I'm going to end this little brief talk with, I think Philadelphia is still going to win the Super Bowl. I think they're going to win by at least 5, maybe 6. And as far as betting money goes, I need that coin toss to be tails, because I really want Darryl Devera's money. I'm sure he'd probably like to take my couple of bucks off, so Not big money, it's just 20, but whatever, it's 20. That's a couple packs of smokes out here in LA. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it like that, and I'm gonna say go Philadelphia this weekend. Don't want to touch on the Pro Bowl or the Senior Bowl. I think those have been covered drastically already, and I think the Browns have a very good idea of what they're going to look at. Really just looking forward to March 14th and the start of free agency. I think that'll give us a better idea where we're headed as a team with the draft coming up. Until the next time something big happens for the Browns, it's Dave Green, Brownsguy, representing the AFC Northerners. And for this week only, it's fuck New England, go Philadelphia, and we'll see you all around the corner. Have a good afternoon.